This is not financial advice, not legal advice, for entertainment, educational purposes only. And anything I say is my opinion. Please don't make any financial decision based on anything I say in these videos. That being said, hit the like button, subscribe button, all that YouTube algorithm stuff so you get the videos I put them out. So you don't think and see me analyzing that data. But like I tell every day, the data they release us is false, meant to give us a false narrative of the market so we can make bad trading decisions. Listen, the more I think about short selling, the more I'm convinced that it should be illegal, it should not exist, and it would not be tolerated in any other industry. And I'm not even talking about naked short selling, which they allow to go on, which is absolutely outrageous. But short selling as a whole should be illegal because it cannot exist in any other industry. These bad actors invented short selling because back in the days, people left stocks in the brokers for years at a time. People hold stocks for 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, and the brokers didn't make any money while the stocks were just sitting there. So they figured out this lending the stock option in order for them and their buddies to make money while the stocks were just sitting in the broker's account. Okay? Think about this sheer lending nonsense functioning in the automobile industry. You have your cars parked at a dealership. Okay? You own your cars. You have the title for your cars. You're the owner of the car. You tell them, just hold your cars. They call you and tell you, we want to lend your car out. And we're going to lend your car out to somebody whose goal it is to destroy the value of your car. How many people would voluntarily lend their car to an individual whose goal was it to destroy the value of your car? No intelligent person would do that. But it gets even worse. They're going to lend your car to somebody who's not only intent on destroying the value of your car, but they're going to resell your car to somebody else. They're going to resell your car to somebody else, even though you have the title and you own the car. They're acting like they own the car now, and they're selling your car to somebody else. And then after they borrow your car, sell it to somebody else, then they start destroying the value of your car. Tell me that business model could exist anywhere else. Do you guys know any other industry where you can borrow something and sell something that doesn't belong to you? Give me any other industry where you can borrow something and then sell it and then buy it back. I go to the library, I borrow a book. Can I sell that book to somebody else? Would I have the authority to do that? Could you imagine me going to Avis and renting a car from Avis and then selling that car to somebody and then destroying the value of the car, and when I'm ready, buy the car back from that person at a lower price and then give it back to Avis? Would that be an acceptable business model? Would anybody accept that? Real estate industry, could you imagine? I borrow a building, which is absolutely crazy. I borrow a building from the owner. I sell the building to somebody else. Give somebody else title to this building. I mean, when I start talking about it, it tells you how ludicrous this is. How ludicrous this is. Now, after I sell a building that I don't own, which would be fraud in any other circumstances, in any other industry, this would be a fraudulent transaction. I mean, you can't even rent an apartment and lease it out for Airbnb without the express permission of the owner. But you're telling me you can take somebody's property that you don't own, borrow it, and then sell it? I've never seen anything like that in my life, It cannot exist in any other industry, and the only reason they invented this criminal activity, because that's what it is fraud in any other industry. In any other industry, if you borrowed something from somebody and then sold it, you would be going to jail because you don't own it. You go to Home Depot and borrow a tractor, borrow a piece of equipment, and then sell it. The police would be knocking on your door. You would be arrested for fraud. But somehow, what would be illegal in every other industry in the world is somehow legal in the securities market. It is absolutely crazy. I don't understand it. And the more I think about it, the more I analyze it, the more I look at it, it's a business model that only exists to rob retail investors, rob pension funds, and rob institutions that follow the rules. They say it's meant to stabilize the market, to weed out bad companies. If a company's bad, people won't buy the stock. They don't need you borrowing things that you don't own and selling things you don't own. No other industry can you borrow things and then sell them. Anyway, please leave some comments. Tell me what you think. Do you guys know of any other industry on this planet where you can borrow things and then sell them to a third party when you don't own it? Anyway, have a great day. God bless. I appreciate y'all on this journey with me.